Hello and welcome back. This is just going to be a voiceover for the start of the video just because my microphone decided to just not work for the first half of the video for some reason. It does kick in eventually, and at that point then I'll go away. But overall, some of the things that I talked about at the start was that Nautica now has like a fully functioning like framework that I would like to go with in terms of the UI. I kind of have everything planned out on where I want certain UI elements, and it's just a matter of backend, login, payment system, and possibly a website, and it should be good to go. I also made a lot of progress with Glyph and fixed one of the major issues. So that means my time is going to be fully focused on Glyph until the beta is officially released and ready for people to download, and I can start collecting feedback on that. I was able to get through all the things on the checklist from last time, and on this checklist there's a couple of newer things. Just being able to add a counter for the number of downloads on the library page, as well as fixing the filters. Those things I feel like I should be able to knock out by tomorrow, and the other things are just kind of making sure everything works, everything's packaged correctly, and there's no overall major issues that would cause the app to just not be usable for anybody. Low-key, as I'm doing this voiceover, I kind of like doing the videos a bit more like this, so I'm probably going to just roll with this, where I'll be doing stuff in the video in terms of actually building the app and working on things, but in general I think that I like these voiceovers a bit more. Anyways, I'm done yapping and summarizing everything that I was kind of going through in the video. I'll leave you guys with the actual Bronson, and hope you stay tuned for more. Go ahead and reevaluate how long this will take me, but I'm fairly certain I could get that done tonight. These add counter and fix the library filters on the page, I think I can also get that done tonight. I was able to make some scripts that will go through the database and sort of clean up the models and stuff. I've also kind of made this like a GUI tool. I don't remember if I showed you in the last video, but I don't know if cool. If not, I'm about to edit that one as well tonight. I got a lot of things done. Trying to get to bed by at least 2 a.m. this time instead of 4. But yeah, majority of the models do have the correct working model parameters in front of them. Some of them do not, just because there was no parameter size in the README, or there's no README at all, and there's no parameter size in the name of the model itself. And that's kind of the only way I'm able to really go through all of these models and add details like that, because there are literally 2,000 different models, over 2,000 models in my database right now to like scroll through and stuff. But for the most part this works out, and it's not too big of a deal, as the models that don't have a parameter size are actually made by like other people who are probably just learning about LLMs and aren't actual full-on companies or organizations that put out models that are useful and good for daily practical tasks and stuff. No offense to this guy who made this model, but I'm pretty sure it'll be alright if it's not labeled, if not all the models are labeled properly. And if there is a particular model that a lot of people are using, literally just reach out to me, tell me, hey, I would like in more detail on this particular model, and I'll take the time to go ahead and put that into the database, make sure everything's up to date properly. Another thing I will have to work on is the Fortify website itself. Now, there was when I was going through things, the likes and dislikes actually do not work on the site, and I don't know why they don't work, but it asks you to sign in, and then you have to go re-log in, and it's kind of just a loop. It's like, oh, you're signed in, but then you have to go back and log in even though you're already signed in. So pretty sure that's just like an auth context kind of issue that I can go ahead and fix fairly quickly. A lot of the issues with the website I will fix after the app is actually published for you to download on the site as well. So sort of things that I'm noticing are that the database actually doesn't update in real time like it does for my app. Things like this 5.4 aren't really working, and I'm not too sure why, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the database is actively updated correctly. So like things like I look up Quen 3, also I did not notice that, but again, we're going to go ahead and debug, things like that. Qwen 3 doesn't work there, but on my app it does work. Things like Qwen 3 do work here. I do know that another thing I should probably add to this list is that if you're already viewing a different page number and you look up something that doesn't go onto that particular page number, it'll error out and just say that there's no models that could be found, but you literally just have to press like, oh, go to the first page and it'll end up showing up there. So something like fix library page search, but that's just generally the same thing as fix the filters that I already have. So yeah, theoretically everything that I would like to have just for a general beta for people to test out and use should be done by tonight, if not tomorrow night. And then I guess also varying if these things don't work or not. And then we can go ahead into moving on to actually building out a more tailored application that will be like an official release with these free features and things like that. For this beta that I'm releasing, I know there is a use case for having Qwen within Grok as well as the Qwen API service. I'll add that for the actual release, not for this one, just because there are more important things to sort of finish before to actually push this out as quickly as possible. I think the thinking tags do work right now, and it's just the models that I'm using where it's kind of messing them up sometimes and they don't always appear. Another issue that I'm having is where it'll generate a response, and like that response will be in think tags, and then it'll regenerate the exact same response outside of the think tags. So it's kind of like it's just saying the same thing twice. And I'm pretty sure that's like a model issue and has to deal with like setting configurations and things like that, but I am not too sure, and I'd have to like re-go through and make sure that that is the case, and that I just need to, I don't know, set my temperature a certain way, or maybe I'm missing a setting that is important for models with thinking capabilities. But again, I kind of just have to go through that. But yeah, until all of these are out and complete, I'm not touching any other project and just purely working on this. While I'm working on this, I'll go back to also working on Nautica at the same time and sort of just flip-flop between them. But yeah, today's video is going to be pretty simple and kind of short. I think almost, I don't know, maybe I might still hit that 10-minute mark. But yeah, now that we're done going all over this, I'm just going to kind of give you guys a view of the actual built app. It just finished. And we're going to open this right here, make it full screen, and we're in. One of the things I did change, or hold on, pause. I have to add paths. I always, I'm saving models onto my desktop and not within the actual folder, just because I would have to keep deleting the models every time I went to rebuild if I don't want them to build within the app. So that's why I have to do this, but in theory you would just go ahead to the library page and download the models. But I will actually try one thing. I want to see if Qwen 3 will work on here, but I want to see if Qwen 3 will work on my app. And I also would like to experience it. So I know the 30 billion with 3 active billion parameters I've heard is extremely good. And then the 4 billion parameter I've also heard is just like weirdly awesome. Definitely won't be able to run that on 64 gigs of RAM. Right, I forgot my parameters should work. So let's just put a cap. I wanted to try the 4 billion parameter at max like Q8 just to see the performance of it. There's no Q8 here, that's disappointing. Q6 it is. I'm gonna try that. Q6 is fine. Then I also want to try the 30 billion with 3 active. Oh, and the 0.6 billion. I'm noticing that a lot of these models that for my script that I ran, it doesn't accommodate for decimal points in front, and it's only taking the number in front of a B. So I will have to rerun stuff and fix that. But yeah, this LM Studio community one, probably the way to go. Damn, 22. Well, That's fine. I don't even know if these will actually run, so let's just chill out for a second. My Wi-Fi is better today. Still not the best for some reason. Let's do a speed test real quick. Oh damn. No, what? Bruh. Why is it actually bad? Crazy. But while this is downloading, we can go ahead and take a look at this and how it interacts with. I made the color scheme a bit more, I don't know, clean, I guess. It looks a bit more tailored and like put together. What is happening? So, an issue with the build version, I guess, is that whenever I send a message, it's not always sending. Yeah, it just kind of like clears the chat, and my chat history does not appear. I do not know why. I will let this finish just so I can try it out. Oh, I saw the error. Yeah, I didn't think it would work, but I thought I would just try. And actually, now that I am here, maybe I can quickly view some logs with it. And I'm pretty sure the way I fix this is by updating the Llama C++ backend. But, okay. But, I mean, yeah, this is the overall app. It's still kind of looks the same. Oh yeah, I also added this feature where you can press the logo and the sidebars will collapse at the same time, just because I found it a bit weird to go over here then go over here. So now you can just push that and everything will just be here. I know it's slightly off-centered, I think, so yeah. But it is what it is. But yeah, till then, stay tuned. Peace.